Hey guys, this will be the introduction to Project Megatruck. This project came about based on some conversations that we had had on the RC CarCast with Eddie from Crawler Innovations, as well as Doug Welker, who's a columnist for Big Squid RC. And they had both been talking about how they're into the solid axle monster trucks and things like that. So you got us thinking, and then I've been watching the Megatruck YouTube videos for a long time, and it was time for us to give it a shot. So after doing all that prep and everything, we decided to jump right in. I had spent some time over the last week designing up templates for the design. Howard and I have been working for about 12 straight hours. It's the end of the day now. We have 3 chassis done. Howard was here today, and he did all the cutting and bending based on my templates. As we went, we checked the tubes that had been cut and bent, and then I just sat at the welder all day and put together these 3 chassis. So if you're interested in doing CAD drawings and templates, almost any CAD program can do it. Which one I use doesn't matter. So if you're looking into that, just search for CAD programs, to 3D CAD programs, and you'll find something. I'll go into the details of some of the work we did today during the day, but here's the end result. The chassis is kind of a basic mega truck style chassis. I modeled it after as much as I could find from different mega trucks that have been built currently. I found as many body off shots and videos and things like that as I could, and then just kind of went with the basic shapes of that. Doesn't have all of the tubes or anything like that, but it gives you the basic shape. This is the 72 Chevy body from Proline for the Revo. It's a longer wheelbase version, and that's what I'll be using on my truck, as well as the truck in the background here. That one is going to a Squirrel OD here on YouTube, so he's going to build that one up. Howard felt that he needed to be difficult, and he took most of my chassis design and didn't use it. We got the base of it done, and then he decided to just go his own route, which took us a lot more time and a lot more frustrating, but that's kind of how Howard does things. So this is the that Proline rat rod body, I think, and that's the body he's going to be using. It's a large body, especially in comparison to that one that I'm using. And then you can see his oddly shaped chassis that will sit underneath. So all based on trying to make clearances under that rat rod body, but it'll be a unique truck. My truck, I'll be using a bomb-proof transmission from Super Shafty. Inside that will be all the hardened gears, the Robinson Racing steel spur gear, and then it'll be using Super Shafty's 8mm beefy outputs. So those are the biggest outputs he offers, and it's specifically for the Twin Force or Mad Force axles. And I'll also be using the Mad Force axles from Super Shafty. I'll be using they'll have the OFFMA CVDs inside, the Super Shafty rear lockouts, the Super Shafty link mounts, lower link mounts, upper link mounts, shock mounts, all that kind of stuff. 17mm hexes, and then on the outside, bolting to those, we'll be taking some Traxxas Emax wheels and tires and narrowing them from about 4.5 inches to about 1.5 inches. And I've got those up with a vendor from RC Crawler, and they're up in Oregon right now being worked on. So when we get those back, we'll get those mounted to the axles and everything, and then get this thing sitting on its own feet. For power in these trucks, I'll be using a Tekin T8 motor, and then as far as the ESC goes, I'm undecided. I am going to run 8-scale power and probably run some sort of 4 or 6S battery in it. It will be meant to run through mud, so everything will be waterproof. I'll be running front steering only, no 4-wheel steer on this one for me. But other than that, that's the basics of this truck. So hope to have it done here in the next few weeks, depending on when parts arrive and all that. But that's the introduction to the project, and I'll get you into some of the fabrication and things like that we had today. So Howard and I got started about 8:30 this morning. It's a little after 10 now. These are the templates we've been using that I showed in the beginning. Howard's been working on a pile of shock mounts. Those are the hoops for the 3 chassis. So far, we've got, these are 2 of the bases done with the B-pillars, and then Howard's is, of course, backwards. The B-pillar is in the opposite position is in respects to the taper. few hours into the build now. We've got the two versions that are the same. We've got the cabs constructed for the most part. Next, we're going to start working on the bed components, and then we'll come in and add all the bracing that we need to complete that before we add the lower substructure.